Good morning, SMTV team, family, and friends. Thank you all for taking out the time to help celebrate and acknowledge our honorees, First Sergeant Justin Miller and Master Sergeant Christopher Larsson, for their hard work and dedication to the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion of the Professional Education Center.
Hey, so good morning, everyone, and thank you for taking the time out. These are kind of those sad days here when we have our folks who are departing, who have invested so much to the organization and who have been a pivotal part of this organization to be a success. So today we're going to say goodbye and farewell to Master Sergeant Miller and Master Sergeant Larsson. So if you could, please join me up here, gentlemen. So I think these are kind of sad days. I only had a very little bit of time to be able to interact with these guys, but I'll start with previous First Sergeant Miller, now Master Sergeant Miller, as he's getting ready to exit out. What a true professional. And I think I briefly spoke about that in the change of responsibility. An amazing professional non-commissioned officer that came here, from what I understood from Sergeant Major, the stories he shared with me, and he was a really quick study, and he figured out the lay of the land quite fast. And he became that pillar of confidence for the NCO Academy. And he did that with very good fashion. And Master Sergeant Larsson, our brief time we worked together for the training development and the meetings that I interacted with you on, there's no doubt that you have established yourself as that SME within the organization, and that trust that you have built with the organization, that your confidence you have is impressive. So, being a prior non-com, probably hear me say this quite a bit, I had a lot of respect for it. I think it provided me a great baseline for where I am today. And these guys are the epitome of that community, and they have established themselves as just that. And I think their peers amongst them here and their subordinates respect them for that. So I'll hand it off to Sergeant Major.
All right. Hey, good morning. First of all, I'd like to welcome, most importantly, family. Appreciate y'all taking time out of your schedule today to come be part of this joyous event. While both, as the commander talked about, it's a sad time, but it's also an exciting time because you get ready to move on to that next opportunity. Also, I'd like to welcome the PEC Command Group for attending, as well as all the other friends and family here. Just take a few minutes of our time to talk about these two outstanding NCOs. I'd be remiss when I talk about First Sergeant Miller. He and I have the conversation numerous times behind closed doors, but like I explained to him, I also have the conversation with key leaders when I basically talk about when First Sergeant Miller came here about 2 years ago. Somebody knew something somewhere because he was the right person at the right time. And the reason I say that is traditionally his predecessors, much like First Sergeant Blanton coming in, previously served at the Strike Maintenance Training, what was Strike Maintenance Training Center, Strike Maintenance Training Battalion, as an instructor. But this time, somebody knew something that basically said, hey, First Sergeant Miller is the right man at the right time for this job. And he came down here and excelled. He overcame the challenge that having not served here before as an instructor, he overcame that by working with the staff that was in place at the time, to basically learn from them, but at the same time mentor them and gain the trust. Because a lot of times I'll tell you, have served here as an instructor, when somebody came in and hadn't been here as an instructor previously, they looked at him a little suspect. But he came in and earned that trust and forged a team over there at the academy that was essential in not only training future leaders for the 54, but developing those NCOs that are in place, or that were in place at the time. And to his legacy as a true NCO, as we just had a conversation in my office, it's at our level, it's not about what we do as individuals, but more importantly, what we do for the NCOs under our watch. And I know he takes pride in the development, especially like the one standing next to him here that went on to be promoted to Master Sergeant, like Master Sergeant Herringer as well. That's a personal pride piece for First Sergeant Miller. And, I can't be proud enough of his accomplishments and what he did and the bar that he set. Now, I did talk with CSM Snow. I said, hey, this is the exception, not the rule. He was truly the exception of coming here as a first sergeant. And he's done an outstanding job, and we wish him well in his future assignment back at Fort Knox. Moved back to help manage training seats for the Army National Guard. Sergeant Larsson. What can I say that hasn't already been said? He was nicknamed the chef of training development Initially, when he came here, right before the pandemic happened, and then while the pandemic was going on, moved over to SLC as a SGL, and eventually found his way over to training development, which he embraced, and was basically everything to everybody. Got to spend some time on the road with him. Learn all these neat little things about him, both personally and professionally, and know that his next assignment as the proponent NCO for 79 Tango, that position is in good hands, and I know that the 79 Tangos across the force will be taken care of. But his unique personality. His ability to come in and whether it was engage me in my office to talk about certain challenges and things going on, or just his unique communication skills when we had our meetings, how he would address things, how he worked collectively as a team. He was respected by his peers, and he's another one that will be sorely missed. But again, I know that we're a better place today because of these two NCOs having served with the Strike Maintenance Training Battalion. And I know that the locations that you're going to, the unit that you're going to, is going to be better for you having arrived there, because I know we're better for having served with you and your accomplishments while you're here. So again, appreciate everything you've done for Strike Maintenance Training Battalion. Wish you well, and you will be sorely missed. But I know you've got some exciting times again ahead. So again, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Larry. Appreciate it.
At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Ferguson and Sergeant Major Ferrara will present First Sergeant Miller and Master Sergeant Larsson with the following awards. The first award being presented is a frame presented on the behalf of SMTB.
Great.
And these are unique awards for the Strike Maintenance Training Battalion that are presented on behalf of the staff at the battalion. Spearheaded by Master Sergeant Harriger. He basically led the way in making these happen in the design, and just a token of appreciation from the team going forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next award presented is the PEC signature mat. The significance of this one as opposed to the SMTB frame is this is from all of the PEC staff and soldiers from around the Professional Education Center, not just SMTB. The next award is the Arkansas Traveler Award. The Arkansas Traveler Award reads, "To all who shall see these presents greetings. Know ye that the governor of the state of Arkansas, in the name and by the authority of the people of said state, as vested in her by the Constitution and laws of the state of Arkansas, reposing special recognition for the distinguished accomplishments, does hereby appoint and commission Master Sergeant Christopher Larsson and First Sergeant Justin Miller as Arkansas travelers, who are hereby authorized and commissioned to serve as ambassadors of goodwill from Arkansas to the people of other states, the people of nations beyond these borders, in the United States or wherever these ambassadors of Arkansas may hereafter travel or reside. In testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand on the cause of the Great Seal of the state to be affixed at Little Rock, signed John Thurston, Secretary of State, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Governor." Mr. Easley will
Story time.
tell you the significance of the Arkansas Traveler.
$20 a pop, by the way. Arkansas has long been known for their hospitality and their love of the beautiful state that we have here. We've always admired people that come by the state and contribute, because you also contribute not only to the people of Arkansas, but to the mosquitoes, the ticks, the chiggers, all the bipolar weather we have here. And the story of the Arkansas Traveler is pretty simple. Early 19th century, there was a guy named Colonel Sandy Faulkner who was traveling through the southern part of Arkansas, he was tired and hungry, and as he came upon his squatter sitting in the doorway of a cabin, and he's playing a little tune on his fiddle. I guess he was the early Charlie Daniels, or only, he's a relative of Charlie Daniels. Well, he kept playing the same song over again, kept singing the same tune over and over again. So he asked for accommodations, and the squatter said no, he didn't want him there. So he gracefully said, okay. He said, by the way, why are you only playing that first part of that song? He said, I don't know the rest of it. That's at Southern Arkansas education, by the way. And so he showed him the rest of the song, and then he was so impressed by it that he let him stay the night and didn't charge him anything. So like that, when you leave here and you take some tigers and chicks, everything like that with you, mosquitoes take them with you, remember the state of Arkansas and what's done for you and how you've accomplished it, and say good things about us, and just be an ambassador for the state of Arkansas. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's for you, first of that story.
I appreciate that, Mr. Easley.
Attention to orders. To all who shall see these presents greetings. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 16 January 1969, has awarded the Meritorious Service Medal to Master Sergeant Christopher L. Larsson for exceptionally meritorious service as the Chief of Training Development, an instructor rider, small group leader, and senior small group leader. Master Sergeant Christopher L. Larsson, dedication to duty, initiative, and professionalism were invaluable to the successes of the Recruiting and Retention Force and the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion. Master Sergeant Larsson's exceptional leadership, lasting contributions, and service to the nation reflect great credit upon himself, the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, the National Guard Professional Education Center, the Army National Guard, and the United States Army. From 17 August 2020 to 31 March 2023, this 23rd day of June 2023. Signed, Leland T. Shepard, Brigadier General, Land Component Commander. This concludes today's ceremony. You can all go say good job.
They get an opportunity
I want to
to
shake
speak.
their hand.
You'll get there.
Okay, I'm just waiting.
Christopher? Justin. You first. Thank you, Master Sergeant.
Age before beauty.
Age before beauty. Well, I've had some time to think about what I wanted to say here this morning. And first of all, thank you so much to everybody here at the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion. I learned a lot while I was here. I still feel like there's so much I don't know about 79 Tangos, and I'm excited to learn even more at my next position. And like the Sergeant Major said, 79 Tangos are in good hands. I'm gonna, every day is gonna be my mission to not only put 79 Tangos further on the map and make sure people know that we're here, but also keep developing 79 Tangos in the field. Education, whatever it might be, I'm going to make sure 79 Tangos get what they want. Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, it's been about the relationships here, whether it's TD, whether it was when I was senior small group leader or a small group leader or just, or not just, but an instructor writer over here. But more than that, I was looking this morning at my signature boards that I kept from the in-class game that I played, and I see 3 people here today, relationships that built. Sergeant Bays, Sergeant Chambers, Sergeant Hazlett, they were all my students at SLC. And they're here today as instructors. And I think that says a lot. That says a lot that we keep that tradition going of excellence, and we saw excellence in them, and now they're here. And they're gonna keep it going. And it's we need to keep that going for the 79 Tangos. And again, I just appreciate everybody, and thank you very much.
I just want to say a few words real quick. I'll keep it very brief. First, thanks Colonel Cherry, CSM Snow for being here today. Appreciate that. Thanks for your support for us down here at the battalion. Sergeant Major, appreciate the mentorship, the guidance over the last 24 months, sir. Excited to see you here. And I'm really excited for the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion because, as Master Sergeant Larsson alluded to, we are departing, and that's sad. But for me, it's exciting because I see professionals in this room right now, and some of you are new here, and some of the responsibility that we had for development of yourself, development of your peers, development of your subordinates is going to fall to you. But that's an exciting thing. I know it's in good hands. The professional CMEs, contractors, instructors, support team that we have in this room right now has been absolutely top notch. One thing that I told my first group of SGLs as they went on to greener pastures was make sure that you guys are enjoying the time that you have together now. You will never experience the level of professionalism that you'll find here at the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion anywhere else in the Title 10 program. I'm confident of that. Make sure that you soak that in, enjoy it, build those relationships. Now is the time to do that because it's something that you're going to take with you for the rest of your career, and you'll never forget those people that you served with here. All right. Lucky for me, I'm taking one with me, right? So I won't be all alone up there at Fort Knox. I will be there, in the shadows, making sure everything goes smoothly, make sure the proponent NCO is doing the do. But for those that I've had the privilege of directly supervising during my tenure here, I just want to say thanks again. I said it at the change of responsibility, but providing me with the opportunity to lead you guys, two of the most senior experienced NCOs out of the bunch, it was my privilege. I appreciate, Sergeant Larsson, your support that you gave me when I was new here, providing me with that insight, what I needed to be aware of, what was to be a priority. You mentored me in that. Hopefully, you could take something from me that we shared during that time with you in the future. And I know you're going to go on to do great things. I'll be watching. It'll be Master Sergeant retired though. And I'll be in a polo. Sergeant Harriger, man, they couldn't have picked a better person to be here. I think your leadership is exactly what they need. These NCOs that are standing in here are going to look to you. Remember the 3 questions. All right, implement those. I'm really excited for the whole crew. Again, thanks everybody for being here today. Appreciate it.